Hello everybody, this is Dee and welcome back to my channel, Dee Plans and Budgets. It's official, y'all. I have a problem. If you want to see how I'm going to do all these savings challenges this year, please stay tuned. Okay, so aren't those pretty? Look at those beautiful colors. All right, let's start the depiling. Okay. On a previous video, I posted my, what I called meat and potatoes, part of my budget, which was my sinking funds, my variable, my long-term binder, and my planner. In interest of fair disclosure, those are actually all I need to do cash budgeting. All this stuff you saw before you, every piece of this is for fun. I could accomplish the same amount by keeping an envelope in my long-term binder and an envelope in my sinking funds and an envelope in my variable binder with the leftover cash and say, okay, I can spend that on whatever I want. The problem for me is when I have money in one big pool to spend on or to spend whatever I want, what always happens with me is I'm super comfortable spending it for an emergency. I'm not super comfortable spending it to support a life that I want to live, right? And so by having all these extra binders and savings challenges and all this kind of stuff, I am giving each of those dollars in my savings account a job. And for me, the job is to be fiscally responsible and have emergency funds, but it's also about supporting things that I want in my life and having an income to be able to do that. Whether that be some kind of bucket list travel or trying a new hobby or a new piece of sporting equipment, any of those things. That's what these binders are all about. So let's start. We can take some of these away real quick. These two binders, which you've seen before, are my cash binder, which I take some of the variable money from that I'm left over every month, up to $250 in cash. And I just started doing that recently because this is money I usually take on cruises or some kind of casino-ish trip. I average one about every 3 or 4 months. And so the money's tucked away inside this binder. That is the only budget I have for those type of expenditures. This other one that you see is my box with my 52-week challenge this cash, and I'm taking it to the Pacific Northwest with me for extra money. I'll continue to do that through this year. And then there's this binder, which we'll talk about in a minute, which you've seen before, and I'm just going to show you some new things that I made. Actually, why don't I start that now? Basically, at the beginning of the year, I am going to be doing, I already started the Skoden, you've seen that. I'm going to be doing the Wordle. I've already started doing the Wordle, I just haven't saved for it yet. And I'm going to be doing Hello Honeys. I'll have to go back and watch some of those two sister bees and find out how to do those. I'm going to be doing their triple play. And I don't know how I'm going to fit this penny challenge in yet, but I am going to fit it in at some time, probably not in the beginning. The 60 envelope challenge, I'm going to do it like 40 Plus Life, where I don't necessarily number these any specific number. I'm going to put little pieces of paper, or I can use cards or whatever. I'm going to put those in a bin and I'm going to save that amount of money. This is going to be just a future savings tracker that I do. And I just made all these myself, y'all. Nope, that came from Hands and Bands. And then I made a bunch of scratch-offs, big scratch-offs. One is for X-Men, that's for my grandson, it's his new binder. And then 2 just scratch-offs I can do throughout the year. I got this idea kind of, again, from 40 Plus Life. She often takes a little scratch-off and she'll have that in her binder for like moving. And she just then scratches off and puts that in number 1, or scratches off or puts that in number 2, or envelope 3, or envelope 4. And it's just a way that's more fun than to just be like, okay, I have $50 in 5 envelopes, I can put 10 in each. So it's just a way to kind of make that a little more exciting. And this is going to be brought in. In addition, I am still looking for, and I'm going to add more coloring. I have these, I'm going to color in, not with you on camera because that would be boring, but I'm going to color in these sinking funds as I do them. That's just because I like to color. And then I wanted to share with you a couple of products that I've made. This one is going to be a gift. I'll take it out of the envelope here. And I made up some of these to sell in my sister's store. This particular one is for a gift. But we've seen these, they're all over everywhere, right? But what I did with mine is I did them with a twist. So there's 15 envelopes in here. 5 of the envelopes are marked with numbers 1 through 5 on each side. You'll stuff that amount of money in there. And then when that's done, this envelope is done. So this is kind of like taking place of a bigger envelope system. And then some of these are going to be scratch-offs with scratch-offs on each side. And some of these you're going to be able to pick your own number as to what you want to do. The reason I did this smaller binder is some people don't have room for a lot of binders and such. And they just want to keep a little binder, or this could be a specific savings challenge that they're doing separately. This one is for a gift. That's why there's the brand new $2 and $1 bills in there. But I did make some of those to sell in my sister's shop. This, I made a couple of these as well. And this type of system has been all over the internet, all over Etsy, everywhere. I have been really wanting to have a binder where my stuff is vertical. So I feel like I can slide my money here. I'll grab a pot bill. So I feel like I can slide my money into it this way. I know it's silly because it's no different than that way, but I just wanted something like that, or I've been wanting something like that. I didn't really have a need for it, so I didn't initially make myself one of these. And this has every month of the year. As you put that amount in, you mark it off. But I didn't make myself one of these. However, the front of these are vellum and the back is just white. And unfortunately, when I cut the vellum, some of the ink wasn't totally dry, and so some of it smeared. So I had a defective product. Now I'm going to add it to my challenges. It's just going to be an extra about $50 a month that I'm going to put into here instead of one of those envelopes. The other thing I made, and I made 2 sets of these. I made one for my grandson's binder, which I'll show you in a minute, and then I just made these. This is a set of cards with savings amounts on them. This is made out of a set of 50 state stickers that I have. For all of you who have been here a while, you know that I love to travel and that I have a little cargo van and I intend to travel all over the United States in that. So my plan for these cards as one of my savings challenges is I'll just, without looking, I'll grab a card. For instance, this one is for Italy. I had a couple bonus cards, so this one's for Italy. So I would save $7 for that. If I have not been there, I have to double it. It's going to encourage me to get my little booty out and see some more states. I got this idea when I made my grandson's binder and was looking for ways to stuff it. So this I made for my grandson. He's currently 4 years old, and this is going to be his when he graduates. The dollar amounts in there for now are a good amount. However, I'm not sure they will be when he graduates, but it was an amount. It's $50 a month, which was an amount I felt I could afford all the way until I leave this earth, or at least until he graduates in 14 years. And I could continue stuffing that. Actually, I hope I'm not leaving this earth in 14 years. That'd make me 74. But you know what I mean. I felt I could commit to $50 a month for this. So I did this little binder, and these are the things that he likes now. So I have just a graduation gift is going to be $2,000 to him. A computer to take to college, $1,600. Help him with a car will be $2,000. I will probably try to have this one done by the time he's 16 in case he needs to get a car. $1,400 just for a little trip before he goes off to college. And this is yearly gifts of $1,400. And I made him a little set of the same type of cards I did over there, but these are things that he loves. He loves all things heavy equipment. He loves chickens and birds and bugs, and he loves mushrooms, and he really loves his mom and dad, so they got the highest denomination. So just as the other ones, I'll dry one of these, and that's the amount that I'll save. I'm going to do just as 40 Plus Life would do. I'll do scratch off this envelope, then this envelope, then this envelope, then this envelope. If I've met that, then I will take that out of the loop. I will no longer need that. What were these? Oh, these were extra ones that I had. I made 2. Okay, so these are my new binders. Now, if I had bigger binders like what is in my sinking funds, I probably could have gotten this into just one binder, maybe two. But I got one at Hobby Lobby and I got it home and it was broken and I had to wait an hour in line just to get it. And so I have been wanting to get these in different colors because I love this binder and I love these three colors together. So this is the binder that you have seen me do savings challenges in already. This is my basically emergency fund binder. This is mostly funded from an auto transfer that I do every month. $175 that auto transfer goes into my emergency fund, goes directly into my high yield account. It goes, well, in actuality, it goes from one high yield account to another. I have a separate high yield account that I move working cash into. If I didn't mention it, $50 of that auto transfer is going to go into my grandson's binder. These two are new for me, and they kind of are taking up some of the places that I needed. So I had a different binder. It was in the black one that I was kind of doing fun things. And I wanted to have a little bit. So for instance, this is for, I have a sinking fund for electronics, but that is more for electronics that I need. So for instance, my phone is 2 years old. I don't need a new phone right now. And there's no toys that I necessarily need, but I want to be saving for the future for things that I might need. This crafts is specifically for new things that I might want to try. Lawn mowing, you've seen me, I've been saving for this. This is to hire lawn mowing when I'm gone in the Pacific Northwest. I might end up having to do it all year because I may have to do a contract. I don't know, but this money I've been saving already. This is money I've been saving for YouTube. This is a long range goal. This is for a puppy. This is just a challenge buffer. Money I'm going to put in there when I have a little bit left. Instead of pushing it, I'm going to put it in the challenge buffer for another time. And this is for a car or a van upgrade. I did a couple of these and I left them blank so that I could write in what I wanted. This binder was pretty much already in one of the other binders. I just moved it. I wanted to move as much as I could to these big envelopes because I love them. I use prop money so I can easily get my prop money in and out. It also is really nice because it holds my savings challenges in there. Everything that I need can be in there. For instance, this one even has a separate envelope in it for a different category. So that's why I really like these big envelopes. The only small binders I'm going to have anymore are my variable, which I made the envelopes for myself, and I love them, and I made them slightly bigger for my prop money, and then also the binder for my grandson. This next binder is something I've been wanting to add to my funds. This is going to, I'm sorry too, if I didn't explain, this is going to be funded from leftover variable spending. So $250, if I have that leftover, will go to cash. Anything after that will be into this binder. Some months I have a lot left, some months not so much. That only will get stuffed. I'm sorry, not this one. This green one is only going to get stuffed when I have those funds. This giving binder is going to get $81 a month from my auto transfer. And the reason I'm doing that is I need a form of something for giving. I do not give, I don't go to church, I don't tithe, and I don't give to large organizations. That's not my jam, right? And people can give as they see fit, of course. But I do give a lot to friends and family to try to enrich their needs. So this is going to be my giving binder. This is going to get, 81 doesn't balance. It's going to get some money each month that goes into that. And some of these, it's all going to be for giving. And some of these are not labeled for giving, but this whole binder is going to be just for giving. If I can go ahead and label these two if there is a particular person or thing that I'm trying to save for to give. Okay? So, as I said, I don't need any of these binders, but I'm excited to be doing them. Look at those color combos, people. It's gorgeous. I love it. Anyhow, no one needs savings challenges. That's what I told myself when I first started watching videos and seeing all these savings challenges. I'm like, well, that's silly. You can just take that money and put it into corresponding envelopes. You don't need to roll dice and rub stuff off in color. That's what I said until I tried savings challenges. Now I'm an addict. Please, if you have any ideas or comments about anything you've seen here, please ask me below, like this video if you're so inclined, and subscribe if you want to join this community and watch me stuff all these binders this year. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. This is being taped before Christmas, but I think I'm releasing it later. Maybe I should say Happy New Year. Maybe I'll just say have a great holiday season, or I'll say I hope you're great in this new year. And anyone can apply depending when I post this video. Take a walk. I highly recommend it. Bye.